I had grand plans to get cracking with my 2026 projects, but it turns out nature had other ideas. I think that roughly translates as, "How did you let this happen, Dad? This didn't happen on the commercial chicken farm, Dad. Can you take us back there, please?" I just had to play a game of hunt the egg in the coop, because instead of laying the eggs in the nesting boxes, they laid them on the floor of the coop. And in a spirit of, well, Dad, you've ruined everything. If you think you're getting eggs under these conditions, you're mistaken. They just buried them in bedding and straw. So that was fun. But I got 2 eggs, and now I need to try and make the coop a little bit cozier. They're happy that they've got their food in the coop now, so that's something. I've got some bubble wrap that I'm going to put up at some of the little bits of the wire in the run. And hopefully that will help. It's the strongest stuff I've got, so it's gonna have to do. Luckily, the coop is protected from 2 sides by the walls in the corner that it's in. So to get all of the snow on the ground in the run, it must have been drifting in either off the field or from the north. So I've only got 2 walls to really worry about, which makes my life a little bit easier. And I'll take it because my feet are already going numb. Okay, I've got feed bags and bubble wrap. And we're just gonna have to make it work. It's definitely not perfect, and if we get any amount of wind whatsoever, it's probably all going to blow down, but it's made me feel like I've done something, and 2 out of 4 chickens have ventured out from the coop, so I'll take it. We are forecast another 2 weeks of this weather, and I'm going to order some polycarbonate sheets next time I have to get any other sheet materials delivered, but delivery lorries probably aren't going to make it up my road in this weather anyway. Oh, that's the best way of getting it off. Excellent. Oh no! It's got snow all over me.
I'll let you go, just need some time. At your own pace, you need to find your way. I know now you'll never change your mind for something that matters to me. You do not know what I have in mind. I packed our bags, we'll be on our way.
Okay, I've got a path that goes to the barn and a third of the way to the bins. My life is full of possibilities. Hi, Chugs. It's not too bad in here. My temporary snow measures are doing all right. Until today, I've just been able to break the ice on the chicken drinker and top it up. But today, it's pretty solid. How has this become my life? Yeah, you think you're having a hard day? You're in there. There's almost no snow in there compared to out here.
For something that matters to me.
This is more snow than I've seen in my life, and it's more snow than my neighbours have seen in quite a long time. So I think it's probably going to be an inside week. I had grand plans to start my fireplace makeover this week, but it is too cold to have the fireplace out of action, so they're on hold until some of the snow has gone. If you've watched my videos for a while, you'll know that when I'm doing a project that requires quite a few new skills, I need a good plan, and my favourite way of brainstorming a project is with Millernote, who are advertising with me this week. Millernote is an online canvas designed to help you plan, brainstorm, and collaborate on ideas. My living room makeover started out as a Millernote board. I was taking a dreary, poorly lit room and trying to transform it on a tiny budget, and aside from splashing out on fancy paint, I managed to do it for less than £65. I've learned that when you're on a tight budget, good planning is incredibly important. Millernote's list feature is great for keeping track of everything that I need to buy, find, or just make do without. It turns out that I'm going to need all the money I saved on the room makeover for the fireplace, because fire-resistant materials are not cheap. I made a specific Millernote board just for the fireplace, and I've been saving inspiration photos to a mood board for the last couple of months. Millernote's web clipper tool makes it easy to save your inspiration photos, no matter where you stumble across them. This project was originally just going to involve tiling the hearth and repainting the woodwork, but my projects have a habit of spiralling completely out of control. I've been working with new-to-me materials to hand paint and seal tiles to create my very own fire surround. I've been saving tutorials and different kinds of inks, resins, and heat-resistant tile adhesive to my Millernote board for quite a while. You can add notes, images, tasks, and videos all in one place. It's a really visually appealing way to plan a project, and their mobile app makes it easy to keep track of your inspiration when you're on the go, which came in useful when I was out trying to find tiles I could use for the hearth. My favourite templates to use are the interior design project plan and the mood board, but Millernote have over 100 templates for every creative project. Everything from storyboarding to novel planning to marketing. So whether you're a podcaster, graphic designer, or you're just looking for a way to plan out your New Year's goals, Millernote's designed to help you organise your work. You can sign up to Millernote for free with no time limit using the link in the video description. I've been stuck inside for the last couple of days, so I thought I'd go on a walk while it's not actively snowing. There's still plenty of snow on the ground though, so I've messaged one of my neighbours to tell her I'm going on a walk and the route that I'm going on, so that if anything happens and I fall into another snowdrift, if I'm not back in an hour and a half or so, she can send help. I am not going to be going out in the car anytime soon. The farmer's tractor is the only thing that's been out on the road recently, and I'm very glad I've got so much food in my house. The only thing I will have to go out for is cat food, and I've probably got enough to last me until February. Walking through thigh-deep snow might be the best workout that I've had in ages. I've made it back to a relatively clear road, but my boots are so full of snow. One of them's got so much snow in it that I can't take it off to empty the snow out. And I've got about 1.5 miles to get home, so it's going to be a chilly walk. One of my neighbours asked if I had any eggs to spare because no one's been able to get to the shops for days. So they're coming over later to trade some red lentils for eggs because that's the only thing I've run out of so far, red lentils and chocolate. And I said I'd make lunch. So I've got some bread in the oven and I'm going to make a soup to go with it. The snow is doing an excellent job at slowing me down, and I'm trying to go along with it. My to-do list isn't going anywhere, and I can organise my shed when it's not -7 outside. I spent last night working on the tiles for my fire surround, and I've seen some really nice Delft tiles that have a lovely country cottage charm, but they're pretty expensive, and this is a temporary fireplace makeover. So instead, I bought some plain white textured tiles that I saw in a Black Friday sale at the end of last year, and I decided I was going to paint them with alcohol inks. They didn't turn out too badly. I had grand plans to make them look a little bit fancier and do loads of intricate designs, but I've never used alcohol inks before, and it turns out they spread really easily across the surface of the tiles, so I had to wait until they'd almost evaporated before I could start painting them on. But I think they'll look pretty good when I eventually get them up around the fire. I just need the weather to start cooperating first, because I've got loads of sheet materials to cut, and I really need to be able to do that outside. The first snow-induced casualty has happened here, and I'm honestly surprised it's taken so long. I've been doing my best to try and keep the snow load off of the outbuildings where I can. I've been brushing it off the chicken run roof, the greenhouse, and doing my best to keep it off of my workshop shed. But the carport, which honestly, it's a miracle it's been standing this long, has finally succumbed to the sheer amount of snow we've had. There was about a foot of snow on the carport roof, and the little covered section, the roof has collapsed. The beam has split. So it's not the end of the world. I was bringing it down in the spring anyway, but it's going to make that job a little bit trickier, and I'm probably going to need to buy a hard hat. I would quite like the rest of it to stay standing until I can get a couple of jobs finished, but we'll see. I'm going to try and have more adventures in 2026, and thanks to one of my lovely neighbours, I've borrowed some ski equipment and I've got an hour of cross-country skiing experience. But the fields are empty and covered in snow, so I'm going to go and have an adventure and see if I live to regret it. We'll pretend it didn't take me half an hour to get my skis on, and before you judge my lack of skiing ability, let me remind you that this time last year I fell into a snowdrift when I went out for a walk. Baby steps. I don't think anyone heading to next month's Winter Olympics needs to feel threatened, but I'm enjoying myself and I haven't fallen over yet today, which I'll take. The other night I spectacularly crashed into one of my own ski poles, crossed my skis and then hit the ground and had to wait for 5 minutes for my friend to stop laughing and taking photos of me so she could tell me how to get up. And I'd like to avoid that. That would be great. But I'm enjoying myself. It's fun. It's a really hard work though, and I'm not sure I'm cut out for it. I've ordered a wearable mount for my GoPro for future skiing adventures, so when I inevitably do something stupid, at least someone will get a laugh out of it. See you next weekend.